Hello everybody, welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. How is everybody? I felt really inspired when I woke up to do a second video for today about what your ancestors, your higher self, your spirit guides really urgently want to convey to you, because I woke up and received some messages to just get up and create. And normally I like to languish a little and look at IG and kind of just muffle about for a while, and I really felt just kind of pushed out of bed this morning by spirit to get motivated, start channeling, because I feel my most optimistic best when I am doing reads and when I'm looking at my cards and I'm connected to spirit. It just lifts everything. I don't feel heavy, I don't feel distracted. So I feel that we all have that capability within us to do that next best thing that motivates us, that gets us on fire, that gets us directed, that makes us feel good. So we're going to see what those messages are, and we're going to use some really, really fun decks. You guys, I have the Bob Ross deck. I have my beautiful Fairy Reflections deck, and I'm going to use whatever light fluffy cards are within my grasp to make us feel good and receive these beautiful messages. Again, I want to thank you guys so much. I was just going through the rest of my comments this morning, and you know, they were unbelievable, and I appreciate so much the time you guys take to convey the messages of how you're feeling, what you're experiencing right now, how my videos affect you and lift you and give you, you know, a positive spin for the day. That makes me feel so good, and I appreciate that. Such a heartfelt thank you to all of you guys. And thank you guys for just taking moments to liking the video and subscribing my videos and all of that. It's really, it just shows me that what I'm doing is making a difference, because sometimes we do need that feedback, even though I would be directed to do these even if one person watch them, because it is the difference that we can make in one life that's important, right? And we have to remember that if we're parents, if we're sisters, you know, for our parents, things like that, things of those natures where we can reach and teach and just make each other feel good through that connectivity and present moment listening and awareness. Oftentimes, you know, as a Sagittarius, I have an impatience where if somebody's taking a long time to convey a story or say something, I find my mind drifting. And now I have this simple trick where I just go present moment, and I pick up on so much beauty and little adjectives and flavors to conversations, because I'm truly listening. I'm not planning or popping elsewhere in my mind. So if we can remember that one trick, our food tastes better, our view looks better, all those tactile moments where we run our feet through the sand feel better. We are aware of all this beauty and magic that's constantly around us, and we're plugged into it. Okay, you guys, so here's our choices for today. Number one is choice, because I definitely love to have choice in matters. I don't like to feel like I have to do something. I like to have choice. So you're in control of the choices set before you, and you can choose them. You can make what those choices are. You don't have to be doctor, lawyer, dentist, because parents or generations before you have been that, right? Number two, dreams. Dreams are the possible pathways of a future that act as a roadmap for our actions. 100% expression. Expression unleashes and empowers the inner creative energy to flow forth. Absolutely. Music can help us substantially with this as well. There's something in the way that music just moves us and captivates us that really opens some of those doors of expression and creativity. So try some things with music today. I'm constantly doing that. You know, yesterday I went to the beach. I was like, I need a sun-baked, succulent, bubblegum, sun tanning oil moment. I love to smell all those smells. Young kids are always eating like fun, fresh fruit, and I love the smell of copper tone and suntan oil and all of that. Just to sit there. It doesn't even matter if it's 5 minutes or 5 hours, to just see the shimmering silver sun on the water, right? Just smelling, I love the smell of salt and beaches. Watching people fish, watching groups of kids make sandcastles and laugh. It was so beautiful. So that's the way that I have a choice, how I spend my time. I want it to be uplifted and just be sun and sea drenched. And I had that moment yesterday and it felt so good. So we are going to start with number one, you guys, which is choice. I'm gonna have a quick sip of my coffee before I begin. All right, you guys. So in terms of choice, you know, choice goes hand in hand with responsibility as well. All actions have consequences, so being responsible is a trait of kind of strong morality. We don't just go in and start drama and set the whole room on fire and let everybody friggin' bake in this craziness we've created. We don't want disharmony. We don't want that. So we have a choice to speak well of others, right? To speak well of ourselves. In yesterday's video, one of the cards that came up was, what is the story that you're telling about yourself? Make sure that you leave a conversation feeling good about how you represented yourself, right? Shoulders back. When you speak of yourself, you're speaking of your capabilities, your strengths, so you feel good. Our words have so much impact and power, not only on other people, but ourselves. So when we constantly hear ourselves either saying silently through inner dialogue or outwardly that we are capable, we are worthy, we are valuable, we start to live in that reality because our brain, other people, our vibration believes what we're saying, thinking, and feeling about ourselves. So up you go. It's a choice to feel good about yourself. And the hardest part of choosing one resolution where the positive result can outweigh potential loss is to pause and be in present moment awareness. Are you looking at that person's face you're speaking to? Are they frowning? Do they look anxious? What are the words that are coming out of your mouth? We have a choice on how we make people feel. And day by day, we can be selective to what we open ourselves up to, right? Like, I don't even go in any negative arena. I'm not going to go in some chat room where everybody's going crazy on one another. I don't want to get into political fire burners where everybody is just ready to lash out. I want to focus on my will and intent on good things and constantly take the higher road too, because there's no reason to start conflict or to get ourselves in emotional trouble because we want to keep an eye on our goals and allow our inner voice to guide us towards that. That's our choice. We're not trying to mess around with all this other stuff. So what I thought would be fun is we're going to pull a couple Bob Ross cards because I love him and he's so sweet. We're going to pull a couple of these and then we're going to pull some other fun fairy cards and things that are uplifting and see what some messages are. Go out on a limb. That's where the fruit is. 100%. Oftentimes, we're so conditioned to do the same things because we have guaranteed results, right? If we do what we did, we're going to get what we got. So it's one of those things where it's a solid bet. But guess what? Unless it was 100% like wow factor, why aren't we going for that? Why are we going for mundane? Why are we going for a stroll in the mall where we can look at things over and over that we don't really like or need or whatever, but it passes time. We're not here to pass time. We're here to enhance time and bring things into it. So go out on a limb. If something inspires you for the day, like you hear, go to the lake, go to a forest, paint that picture, make that video, whatever it is, go do this. That's where the amazing things happen. Like, I went to sleep so happy yesterday that I suggested the moment Hagen woke up, how about you go fishing and we'll go to the beach together. It's one of the places that I know makes him feel great. It is that's my fairyland too, a beach. I love hearing the ocean and seeing the sun dancing on the water. It just brings me such restfulness and harmony. So get in the car and go. See what you experience. And don't have crazy expectations. We don't think freaking Tom Petty's going to show up and start singing music to us while, Taco Bell delivers our food and then we have a speedboat come in and then we get to go deep sea fishing. Like, we're not ridiculous in expectations. We can plan vacations where we have great things happen, but day to day, it's like, let the universe bring you gifts, right? I really believe if you practice enough, you could paint the Mona Lisa with a 2-inch brush, right? Know that you have any possibility and option open to you, that at any moment you can create a masterpiece. It can be a song, it can be something you start to write and all of a sudden it becomes a book or a series of books. You can start making jewelry and all of a sudden it just becomes this breathtaking work of art. Pottery, singing, everything, that all has the potential to be a masterpiece. And if not to you personally right away, to other people or vice versa. Maybe not to other people, but to yourself. Last night I made a really cool piece of jewelry and I'm going to put it on IG because it was just so weirdly and oddly inspired that it made me so happy to look at it. It was weird. I had these lapis bars and I was like, these would look beautiful in a collar, but I want like a boho Indian vibe. And I had these blue and white wooden beads and then these sparkly little beads, and it just matched symmetrically in color, and it just was awesome to me the way it came out, and it made me feel really good. So whatever you're inspired to do, do it. You see Bob has such a party at his easel, it's ridiculous. And if you guys didn't know this one fact about him, which absolutely kills me, This is not his hair. Bob Ross has pin straight hair, but for the longest time when he was traveling, he was dirt poor, so he didn't have money for haircuts. So he realized that you could have a perm and basically have 5 times the length of hair, but it wouldn't fall in your eyes and go all over because it tightens it up, right? So this was a result of him saving money, and then he became so renowned for it, he just kept it up. Isn't that hilarious? And I'll also, I'll see if I have my picture of him with his pin straight hair. I have it in my, my labyrinth of photos, and I'll post it. And I thought that was so great because my aunt used to do that, and it was so funny. And she had red hair, and I was like, oh my God, a little orphan Annie, here we go. Okay, I think each of us at some time in our life has wanted to paint a picture. We've wanted to go to the Grand Canyon. We have wanted that. We all have bucket lists. Why aren't we making that our reality? I go through the power of suggestion. If something goes ting and like sparks, let's see if my bowl will work. Ting. I have my music bowl over there. Every once in a while, I will get that in my head, and it's like Spirit saying, please go do this. It's going to enhance your life. You're going to feel good. You know, go to the beautiful forest. Go do this. Make a reading, whatever it is. And I act on that because I feel like we are given impulses and nudges by Spirit constantly. So whatever you're feeling nudged to do, please do it. It's going to eradicate that niggling feeling of and that pull of that woulda, shoulda, coulda later. So if you want to go someplace, see someone, say something, express some way, do it. It's your time to do this. You know, I love it. I believe that we are always given guidance and these beautiful nudges for a reason. So let's see what else Spirit is trying to say right now. I am authentic. 100% believe in your authentic individuality of what you feel like expressing and saying and doing. Know that it comes from a heart space. So many people second guess themselves and they're like, did I just say that to go along, to get along? Was I just trying to people please? Now you're going to know the difference. If you say to yourself internally, very quiet, I am determined to be authentic. I am determined to say exactly what I feel about this situation. I'm determined to say no if I feel like saying no. You know, I'm not here to run errands and do everything for everybody. I am determined to say yes if it's a cause I believe in and an idea I want to have follow through in. All of that, right? And I feel like you're going to have this beautiful creative surge that comes through you, and you're going to commit to it. And the more you work that creative muscle, the more ideas are going to come to you. And the more ideas that come to you, the more solutions you're going to be able to find in this particular something when you're trying to manifest it as well. So that is you guys. Beautiful messages. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I just felt so compelled to do this video. The light is beautiful. I just feel like when I wake up, I feel really inspired when I first get up, and I feel lifted, directed, and calmed by doing reads as well. So I was just like, let's do this. Let's get out the pretty fun fairy cards and let's go for a journey. So that is you guys. Again, you guys, if you would like to have a private reading, all my links are down below. I get them back to you within 48 hours. Come see me on Instagram because today I think I'm going to announce the winner for the big stacks of purple bracelets, the purple jasper, and then pick a new prize as well. Each week I do either free reads or God's provisions boxes, something of whatever kind of like draws my attention. So come on over to IG, and just by following me over there, you're automatically entered as well. So don't forget to press like and subscribe, you guys, too, if you like this video. All right, dreams. Number 2. So quick sip of coffee right after. Dreams see the possible pathways of a future that act as a roadmap to our actions. So coffee. Every once in a while, I'll review my videos, and there have been times where I've stopped and I've had a water break or whatever. And if I don't announce that I'm doing that, it seems very odd, like I've left the video. Even if it's just a couple seconds pause. It's so funny. I'm not someone in my video where I have long pauses. When I start channeling, the information comes very steady and very solid. So when I have that, like, stop, it sounds crazy to me. It just sounds like I got up and left. I'm like, bye, the house is on fire. I gotta leave. I have to share something so funny this morning, and I rarely hear my brother-in-law like swear or be effusive, but Ian was on the phone with him, and it was so funny. Apparently, I don't know if it was his computer or a complaint or something that happened, but he was calling up the helpline on one of the computer sites because basically something had caught on fire, and they were like, oh, well, why don't have you tried turning it off and on? And he's like, no, because it is effing on fire. But it was so funny to hear the F word pop out of his mouth. And I was just dying laughing because I was like, isn't it so funny how, like, when you go to some place and it's automated, they have no idea what you're going through. You could literally have crap on fire and they're just like, oh, did you try pressing Control Alt Delete? And you're like, no, because it was effing on fire. I was just dying laughing. I love that so much. So anyway, you guys, so dreams, this is something we cannot afford to dismiss in our life. This is the thing that gives us passion and fire and just like ambition to keep going, right? If you want something you have never had, you have to do something you've never done. It stands to reason, right? If you keep doing what you're doing, you'll keep getting what you're getting. You'll always experience that. But as somebody too that I know, if I've had a pleasant enough experience, okay, that's the path I'm going to take. I'm going to work A, B, and C, go over here, do this. But I want new experiences. I want to see new sights, taste new tastes, hear new sounds. So I am one that I definitely like to go out. And the effect a desired change, to affect like desired change in your life, you have to see its outcome by viewing things differently than how you've been, right? Just forge a new way. That seeing is dreaming of the possibilities of the change, of the new outcomes. So if you're complacent in your life or you just give up the hope that things will change, you don't dream of what may be. We constantly should be doing that. I always want what's better for my children, what's better for my family. And I remember when India was mentioning, I'd really like to go to Oregon and try that out. Right away, it's just something clicked in my head and I was like, any kind of change that opens a wider lens to life, I'm always saying yes for. And I've lived all over in this country and other countries as well, in Holland and in England and Antigua, the West Indies, and I just feel like you should have that variety. It is the spice of life. You get to see how other cultures live, and that area of the world is, the forests, forget about it. So that's the thing. When we decide that we want to experience something, we should always help one another, whether it's family, friends, or ourselves, to get to that place. So if you're dreaming to do something right now, to buy a house, to move, to travel, to experience something, to have a new job, your own business, this is the time. Please do this. Reach out and do this. You know, other aspects of our lives, there are things that will stifle or stagnate our ability to desire or dream. It can be low self-esteem, feelings of futility, victim mentality, negative people, whatever it is. Get rid of those. Always dream, because everyone has both the right and the need to do this. And when you put your dynamic energy in behind what you want, it's going to come to you. I promise. Love whatever it is that you want. I had to do this for myself when it came to like a safety net and a 9-to-5 and all of that. And I was like, you know what? I have way more talent than this. I have way more insight than this. I should not be doing this with. I am living other people's dreams and making other companies money when I could be really pouring all that energy into my family and devising my own time clock. I love what I do because I can do it wherever I am, whenever I want. I go to the beach, I take my cards, I take my tripod. I go to the forest, I can work anywhere. And that is such a liberating feeling. So liberate yourself from this. Liberate, and then your dreams are going to come in, you guys. So this is a happy place for little squirrels to live here and play. Absolutely. In our paintings, in our dreams, in my yard. My yard is an insane cacophony of turkeys, of woodchucks, of, I don't even know what this one thing is that comes out of the ground, but he's fat and furry and I love him, and his name is Henry because I named it after Henry Cavill. Every cat known to man, that ours or otherwise, just come in because I always leave this food around. Blue jays, cardinals, crows constantly, all of this. And I love that because they float and play and dance, and they all have, there's like a weird rhythm of birds and a hierarchy of who gets to eat the food first, and the interplay is magnificent. So know that wherever you are, you can make it a happy place. But also set your environment up so you like it and it's aesthetically pleasing to you. I don't like too much clutter, and as an artist and a creative, forget it. I'll bring in my tripods, my microphones, my beads, my jewel, my cards, and all of a sudden I feel like there's going to be an avalanche. I have like a silver Buddha right now that's like tilted over sideways with all these candles and other things around it, that it's like, I just decided by seeing that, again, I am going to calm everything down and organize things later today, because I don't like to see disarray. You know, I want the squirrels to be able to come and play. I want to see the fun things. Son of a gun, that's a pretty nice tree for for being done that quick. Again, we don't have to take forever or have perfectionism be applicable at any area of our life. When we're trying to make things perfect, we will drive ourselves crazy. It's one of the reasons I think I like this lapis necklace I made last night so much, because I only bought in a few strands and one drawer with some beads, and I said I'm not going to go crazy and bring in everything that I own. I'm going to do the best with what I have where I am with a few things. And sometimes when we simplify, that's when we get our best work done, right? And I ended up making this thing. It was simple. It's 3 different colors. And oh, actually, it's really only 2 different colors, blue and white. And it's simple and beautiful. And that's the thing. I did it quickly and efficiently because I didn't overthink it and I didn't go crazy. So oftentimes we make our best choices too quickly. I'm not kidding when I say I bought my first condominium, my first car, all of these things literally on my lunch breaks. Ian's like, come see this condo. Walked in, love it, let's get it. Walked into the car dealership. I saw this thing and I was like, I like that. Can you bring it over? I bought it. I don't even think I test drive my first BMW that I bought. I just said, it was secondhand, but I liked it. It was like priced right. It was amazing. And I just really wanted to, I love those kind of engines, and bought that on my lunch break. It was like crazy. I just make these things I know intuitively, and you're going to be able to do that too. Look around, look at what we have. Beauty is everywhere. You only have to look to see it. 100%. We choose how we see our world. What lens are we looking through? What is your perspective? When we look through a lens of love, we are caring and compassionate for other people. We make room for them. I know cat and dog people too. You ever have that moment where you're just really trying to work and you're trying to sit and your pet is just loving and adoring you and always wants to be in your workspace or your lap, and you keep throwing it down, throwing it down, throwing it down. You're resisting it, so they keep coming up. All you have to do is just pet that beautiful animal, kiss it on its head once and say, I love you. That's all they want, a brief moment of attention and affection. So look around and see all this love that's constantly thrown at you through your pets and your family. Go out and look out your window and be like, look at that. I'm like a cloud watcher big time. Look at that cloud and how amazing it is and how wistful and wonderful it is, right? We're constantly surrounded by beauty all the time, and you're going to start to notice it. I feel desired. This is wonderful when you feel desired by friends, by family, by people that you want to feel desired by. It's a lovely feeling. Feel it. Feel that energy within you where you feel just like magnetic and charming and wondrous and, desired. It's a wonderful feeling, and I feel like everybody has this. I've honestly felt since the conception of understanding that of anything, psychology, that was one of the worst feelings is to feel invisible, to feel like nobody sees you when you walk in a room, or like even in an instance, if you go to if you work at a cafe or something and somebody comes in and they're on their phone their entire time, they don't even make eye contact, and they're like, I will have this coffee, blah, 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 blah. Like you are just a machine or part of the furniture. It's a terrible feeling. Now the opposite is true, to feel desired, to feel noticed, and to feel like you're shining, right? All of a sudden it's like these little synapses fire off. I am worthy of other people's time. I am valuable. Your confidence source, all of that. Keep saying that to yourself. I am desired. I am valuable. I am a fantastic asset to this planet. Say it, say it, say it, say it, pray it, okay? Every day. I just made that up. Say it, pray it, every day. If you want to put that on a shirt, do it. It's just one of those things that we need to do. We have to have the inner dialogue that lets us know that we are irreplaceable. Every single person is. Every single person has immense value and charm and coolness and wonderful lessons within them as well. And when we understand that, we live it. We live it. We feel it. So that is you guys' beautiful energy. I love that son of a gun. Now I have to watch a Bob Ross video. You guys comment down below if you have never seen or you have seen a Bob Ross video and it just made you laugh. Like his innate joy for life and his just giddy silliness. I love him to death. And Eleni, who is like my soul sister and a magnificent artist. I feel like this about her, like when she's painting, it's like she's a different person. She is in that zone. So this is a happy place for little squirrels. They live here and they play. So that is you guys. Love and light to you. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Subscribe. And please come over to Instagram and get in on all the giveaways. I'm going to be announcing the purple stacker bracelets winners later today. And just by following me over there, if you've subscribed over here, you're automatically entered in all the contests, every weekly giveaway. And if you need a private read, all my links are down below. I get them back to you within 48 hours in a format just like this, with the cards out and then me explaining what's going on and happening as well. And I use several different decks, oracles, depending on what your requests are as well. Beautiful. And thank you guys for all your great feedback. Like, right within 24 hours of doing people's reads, every single person, I am not kidding you, replies with just a beautiful summation of how they feel, and it makes me feel really good. So thank you, because that is the whole purpose. I definitely 100% am an adherent to the school of not only should we be doing what is predictive, but also, like Colette Baron Reed says, what is prescriptive as well, what can help us. I read and consume so much psychology and present day holistic approaches to things, because it is important. And I have a healthy detachment to scenarios, so I'm able to apply kind of like a wizened eye on it without having that, you know, it's not a family member, so I'm not putting a personal spin on it because it doesn't affect me personally in a certain way, you know. So it's a way to just kind of like try to lift that veil and see truly what's going on. So love and light to you guys. And my Etsy store is also there. All my rings and goodies that I have on set are always in my store as well. So now we're on number 3, which is expression. Expression unleashes and empowers your inner creative energy to flow forth. Absolutely. And that's where the magic really is. You know, we possess a character all our own, and the way we do things is a style that is our own. Expressing ourselves helps us stay in touch with how we're feeling. It's an action that releases tension as well. All the stress that we carry around is suddenly gone with the wind through the act of drawing, painting, writing, playing sports, dancing, singing. For me, it's reads. You know, if I wake up and I feel like, oh, all of a sudden I feel this pressure to do something, I'm like, just stop. Why don't you connect with your cards? That's why I usually do my Instagram posts first thing of the day, because I'm dealing with cards and happy people and people that want to be inspired and people that are lifted and positive and, you know, kindred spirits, 100%. So absolutely express yourself. You're going to feel, you know, connected to your authenticity, to the light, to the hope, to all the things that are necessary. So now we're going to wig out with some Bob Ross. I love these so much. And when I get little decks, sometimes I tuck them away, and these are such gems and I love them. So you can move mountains, rivers, and trees. You can determine what your world is like. Hallelujah, 100%. If you are in a conversation with somebody that is abrasive or acidic and you just don't like it, hello, 180 on the heel spin. Good day to you. We suffer through so much idiocy in our life when it comes to other people and jobs and things, because we almost get like walk into a pressure cooker. It's not too steamy. It's not too hot. I will withstand this. Why are we withstanding anything? I'm not withstanding negative energy. I'm not withstanding doubt and criticism and ugliness and all that. Bye. Right? Our world is what we make it. So I let people in that are uplifting, happy, and supportive. And that's why I think animals are like totally my people, because they always just come to me with affection and love. My cats just come up, sit on my chest, lick my face, go on their merry way. My birds come and they squawk, they eat the food, they look at me, they talk, they go on their merry way. And all of those things. And I feel that we have an inbuilt system that just says, well, I'll put up with. No way. This is no more putting up with. Our world is what we make it. You can do whatever you want. You can move mountains. You can live wherever you want. You can work however you want. You can be in the company of whoever you want. You make your day. So today, please choose to do something that is going to infiltrate your day with light and hope and optimism. Just go get the best food to prepare if that's something that moves you. Go in a sunny, beautiful, gorgeous environment if that's what it moves you. Listen to music and sing out loud if that lifts you. India every day is rocking out in the kitchen and doing yoga to some great ass music, and it gets me excited. Mine was rise and shine early, get your cards, get connected, get excited for the day. It's the weekend, spend time with Ian, so on and so forth. You know, make it. Make your world beautiful. Just let go and fail. Oh, and fall like a little waterfall. Fail and bounce back up, right? Absolutely. I love this. I call it just falling into the energy of the day. It's like just wherever you're guided to go. I don't make super plans. I'm like, I'm going to just kind of go with the flow, and I'm just gonna like attach my little kite line to whatever sounds good. If one of the kids is going, you know, fishing, one of the kids is going biking, Ian wants to go here, somebody's doing this, the animals want to go outside, I'll follow a cat outside and sit down and watch and see what's going on. Just follow your bliss. What do you think is going to bring you write down 3 things right now that you enjoy. Why aren't you doing one of those right now? And what is stopping you? And please just partake in it, whatever it is. If you've been wanting something online and you're like, oh, I've just been debating, get it for yourself. If something is going to put your mood in an upswing, do it, get it, experience it. Every day is a good day when you paint. Absolutely. Every day is a good day when I have a reading. I remember Ian a while ago was saying something like, oh, you don't have to do reads every day. You could do them every other day, everywhere. I'm like, it's not an obligation. I'm like, it's an absolute joy. I get such light and just fire from it that there's no way that if I'm feeling good, I'm doing it. And I don't think there hasn't been, you know, I'm on quite a streak. There hasn't been a day where I haven't posted in a long time. In the beginning when I did like hour to 90-minute videos, you know, I think I was doing like every couple of days when I started, but I love it so much. So every day is a good day when you what? Could you fill in that blank? And are you doing it? Every day is a good day when I do some yoga. Every day is a good day when I prepare and eat fresh food. Every day is a good day when I walk my dog in a beautiful, rich forest and I smell, look, and hear everything around. Okay, well, let's make this a good day by doing that, right? I decided every day is a good day when I connect with you guys and I feel like I can help and lift or bring some insight, and also to myself when I organize and get my materials that I need and my resources in a nice, orderly fashion. That's phase 2 after this video. You know, I am following my inner dialogue that what is going to provide me with this. So what can you do today that's just going to go, wow, I'm excited about life. What's going to bring magic into my life? Okay? Let go of stuff you've been carrying around so you can bring in this lightness. Adopt, I can do whatever I want. And courage is part of this too. You know, we really begin to live when we no longer feel afraid. And courage can be standing up for your beliefs, even when those around you aren't doing the same. You can confront pain, fear, uncertainty. You can choose to do the right thing. You can do feats of amazing physical strength. I feel like that when I decide, hey, I can do this. I'm going to pull 2 more cards for you. I can do this. I go right ahead and I do it. You know, I decide, even if I'm getting tired, but if I haven't exercised in a while, I'm like, do 1 more lap, do this, do that. It's good for you. Okay, so number 2 is the Lost Star. Your first card is the Lost Star, rebirth, out of darkness into the light. Let yourself remove all the negativity as quickly as you can. And when a thought comes into your head, say not true, flick it away and pull in something good. I am valuable, I am worthy, I am doing this for myself today. Number 2, the Priestess, embody. I am the embodiment of the divine feminine. It doesn't matter. I'm going to have a quick sip of coffee because I need to slow my cadence, and wherever I'm guided to slow, I will, because messages are coming very quickly right now. One is, know all the time, male or female, that you're the embodiment of this divine presence whenever you want. You can observe and simply decide, how am I going to enhance my day, this person's day, my family, my animals? What can enhance my day? What can bring me balance? What can bring me fortitude to do the right things? What can put me in a gorgeous headspace that says, hell yes, I can do this. Hell yes, I am going to do this, whatever it is. And we can honestly, we've always had the capacity to block out any negativity from other people's energies. Yes, we are all always affected. I know if somebody in my family is anxious or otherwise, I can feel that. But now I decided to just deflect it and go, they can work through this. If they want my opinion or help, they will ask. Otherwise, everybody has their own journey. We don't need to lose our balance over somebody else, anybody else, okay? Whether it doesn't, regardless if there's an illness or special needs or whatever's taking place, we have to be in our strongest, most vitality infused life to be able to help others, which means making sure we're in a strong foundation ourselves, okay? And oftentimes the divine feminine comes in with that energy. Wow, I can really help this, but I need to have my strong, purposeful foundation set, and then I can do that. But let me just really observe and see what is necessary, right? And what isn't necessary. I don't need to burn myself out on silly little factors that are taking place. Let me save my energy for the big picture stuff, and that's what you're going to be able to do, group 3. So beautiful energy. I love that for you. I just felt so inspired to do this. And I was like, every once in a while on Friday and Saturdays, I like to do an extra video because it fires me up, and I hope it helps you in some way too. So thank you guys for all your beautiful comments and all your support on my channel. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Melanie. Press subscribe if you like this video, and likes, it really helps me out. And also the notification bell, so I'll let you know when all the new videos come in. I usually, get them up mid-morning or early afternoon. So that is that. And then you guys too, if you need a private read or anything else, I have tons of links down below to my Etsy store that has all my handcrafted jewelry. Everything is down there. Come over to Instagram and get in on all the giveaways. If you just follow me over there, you're automatically entered to all the jewelry giveaways, Goddess Provisions boxes, everything. I like to give back, you guys. You lift and help me in so many ways that's just a small way that I can also give back. So love and light to everybody.